Hello everyone, welcome to the new chapter, Introduction to the Plant Morphology. So, first of all, introduction of the chapter. Morphology is a terminology derived from the two Greek words, morpha and the logos. Morpha means a form and logos means the study. Okay, means the study of the form is called as morphology. Being a botanist, we are deal with the plants. Hence, we are study about the plant morphology. So, definition of the plant morphology is it is the branch of a science which deals with the study of a form and structure of a plant. It's called plant morphology. So, within this definition, we are basically deal with the study of a form and structure. Okay, form and structure of a plant. So, as you know, there are a lot of biodiversity in the plant world. Hence, they also have some similarities and differences among plant. So, main focus of our plant morphology lecture is similarity and differences among a plant. Okay, there are two approaches to study the plant morphology. First approach is a descriptive morphology. Within it, all the plant parts are described in a botanical terms. Okay, all the plant part is the main area in the botanical terms, like the number of petals, means just like a polypetally, gamopetally, petals are fused. That is called descriptive morphology. Then the second criteria is a comparative morphology. Within it, the comparison between two or more plants for their parts is done. Okay, within this, the main focus on the comparison of two or more plants. So now we are dealing with the importance of morphology in identification of a plant. It is a main topic. So useful plant identification peculiarities like leaf venation, inflorescence type, flower structure, fruit and seeds. Within it, first of all, we see about the leaf venation. There are two types of the leaf venation. One is parallel venation, another is reticulate venation. We are on the basis of only venation pattern, we classified the plants into dicot and the monocot plants. Okay, like the maize plant. Maize plant is monocot plant. How it is identified? Because the parallel venation present on the leaves, as well as we know the dicot plant Hibiscus rosa sinensis, because the reticulate venation depicts that it is the dicot plant. Then inflorescence type. Okay, inflorescence type solitary terminal, just like Solanaceae family, Datura metal, etc. Then the flower structure, how many number of sepals and petals are there, perianth are present or absent. Then the number of stamens, number of carpels, number of locules in the ovary. Then the nature of a fruit, seeds are the main area of the concern. There are two types of the identification process, which is known as the keys to identification of the plant. There are two types of the keys. First key is a vegetative key and the second key is a reproductive key. Within the vegetative key, we are dealing with the leaf part only, and within the reproductive key, we distinguish the plants from each other on the basis of the reproductive part, that is the flower. Okay. Then the importance of the plant morphology in the nomenclature. So by the regulation of the ICBN. What is the full form of the ICBN? International Code of a Botanical Nomenclature. So it is the worldwide method of a nomenclature. So ICBN is the institute governing the rules and recommendations for the nomenclature of the plants. So there are the two names of the each organism includes plants, which includes first name is a generic name and second name is the specific epithet. Okay, just like hibiscus rosa sinensis. Within that, hibiscus is the generic name and the rosa sinensis is the specific epithet. There are various rules. Okay, after the name, the citation of authority is mentioned, like the you know at the end of the botanical name L is there, that is called Linnaeus Citation Authority. Rocks there, rocks means Roxburghi. Okay, then name must be written in the Latin language only. Okay, if you are writing, then it is italic form. If you are typing, then it is in the underlined format. Okay, generic name or the genus name always start with the capital word and the species name is overall in the small letter. It is the main criteria to write down the botanical or the zoological name. So name itself gives information about a plant like alba. Okay, name name of the plant, it is genus name or the species name. It itself depict what the plant is all about. Just like the alba. Alba means white. Erectus means growing erect. Gigantus means the large in size. Then the cordifolia, as you know, cordate shape means the heart shape. The leaves are heart shape. And also decodes the phytogeography of a plants like the aquaticus, ungenerica and chinesis. Just like the Funaria hygrometrica is the bryophyte, in fact moss. It depicts the Funaria hygrometrica within the territory of the within the nearby region of the hygro means water. Okay, aquaticus means it is a aquatic plant. Then the Angenerica, Ceropegia angenerica. Okay, means the Ceropegia found on the Angeneri plateau. Then the Chinese have the primary center origin in the China. Then the importance in the classification. Importance of what? Importance of a plant morphology in the classification of the plant. It includes various ranks and position ranging from kingdom to the top and the species at the base. Okay, as you know, the R.H. Whitaker derived the five kingdom system. Within that, we are dealing with the kingdom Plantae. Kingdom Plantae starts with the itself kingdom, and the basal portion is the species. Species is the basic structural and functional unit, okay, of the classification. As you know, we are the Homo sapiens, human beings. Sapiens mean a basic thing, that is the species, okay, and the kingdom. Kingdom is what? Kingdom Animalia. Just like that, the topmost position in the classification is the kingdom. Later on, there are kingdom bifurcated into the division bifurcated into the class into subclass into orders into suborders, then the genus, then the subgenus, then the species, just like that. So it is based on the various aspects of the morphology as well as palynology, embryology, physiology. So classification of a plant have the important position of the various parts plants, just like the palynology means the study of the pollen grains is required to identify the or classify the plant. Then the embryology, which deals with the embryo of the plant. Then the physiology also. It is basically the process of elimination and addition of a plant based on a certain characteristic features. So classification is derived on the methodology, elimination and addition of the plants. Okay, if the similar characters are found, then they are in same group. If the characters are changed, then they are took place in the another class, just like that. So here is one of the example is there. Cassia species are classified on the basis of presence or absence of a glands and phyllotaxy of a leaflets. Cassia tora, okay, is the species which have the uh, yellow flowers. There are 6 varieties are found in our area. So this plant have the same flowers, yellow flowers. Their bark, height of trees, format of the leaves is also somewhat same. Then what the botanists do for the classification? The presence or absence of the glands on that leaves, okay, is the main criteria to classify it. Then the phyllotaxy of the leaflets. Phyllotaxy means the arrangement of leaflets, okay, that is the alternate, opposite, okay, or word phyllotaxy. Then the importance of plant morphology in evolutionary biology. Evolutionary biology deals with the ancestral relationship between different plant groups. Okay, ancestral and the descendants, as you know, ancestors. Okay, ancestors are the primitive groups, and the descendants are their subsequent generations. So the group Bryophyta denotes the bridge between the algal ancestors and pteridophyte descendants. So here one of the best example is depicted here. Algae are the ancestors of the plants on this earth, and the bryophytes are between the algae and the pteridophyte. Algae, as you know, are mostly found in the water habitat, okay, in the marshy places. Then the number comes in the ecological, you may say, succession. The bryophyta is come. Then bryophyta is the bridging link between the aquatic and the terrestrial plant. The terrestrial plants are the pteridophyte. So algae are the more ancestor, are the more primitive than the pteridophytes. Okay. So Hutchinson system is a popular in phylogeny. As you know, there are various types of the plant classification system, just like the Bentham and Hooker, Engler and Prandtl. Okay, these are the artificial classification systems. But here the Hutchinson system is based on the evolutionary aspects only. They propelled out that monocots are more advanced than dicots. Okay, monocots means the maize plant is more and more advanced than the dicots, hibiscus. Okay, just for the sake of the example. Then the compound leaves are more advanced than the simple leaves. Compound leaves, okay, many leaves. Just like the, you may say, the Azadirachta indica leaves are more advanced than the simple leaves. Simple leaves, as you know, the Calotropis procera. Then the polypetally is advanced than gamopetally. Okay, poly means free or many petals, and the gamopetally means fused petals. So here the comparison is that polypetally is more advanced. Polypetals, free petals are more advanced than the gamo, that is the fused petals. So lower plants like the algae, bryophyta are more primitive than higher vascular plants. So lower plants, algae, bryophyta are more primitive than higher vascular plants, as you know in the ancestral and the descendant example of the linking bridge between the algae and the pteridophyte is the bryophyte. So in the last section we are dealing with the importance of plant morphology in the plant breeding. So as you know, the plant breeding is a semi-botanical branch because it is the main branch of the agricultural technology. So it deals with the production of superior varieties of the plants. With the help of the plant breeding, we produce the superior varieties of the plants via the various crosses, uh, just like the taste cross, back cross. Okay, it is based on hereditary traits of the plants. Okay, hereditary traits means the traits which are governed by the maternal or paternal genes. So it includes various aspects like the cytomorphology, means the cellular morphology. Okay, cyto means cell of a plant with special attention to the chromosome morphology and ploidy levels. Here the big role plays by the chromosome number. Okay, and the various ploidy levels like the autopolyploidy, alloploidy, ploidy. Plant reproductive knowledge is utmost importance because it is the flowers which are pollinated by various vectors. Within the field of the plant breeding, the plant reproductive organs, that is flower, knowledge is most important because all the processes are taking place just like the crosses are took place and the pollination is occurred between the flowers only. There are two types of pollination, self-pollination and the cross-pollination. Okay, we are dealing with in subsequent lectures. Then the apomixis, method of reproduction which didn't involve meiosis and the syngamy. This is the most important step in the plant breeding. Vegetative methods like bulbils, tubers, stolons and rhizomes. Okay, it does not involve the floral, that is the reproductive part, because it is the vegetative method. So thank you for attending this lecture.